was right and thought was right. And now your journey of being a parent is now also about you parenting yourself, having the capacity and the grace to also do that. And it's not an everyday thing, it's not an overnight thing, but doing it in the best way that you can for yourself. Because your inner child also comes to play when you're in a space and you're present. It's also only really happens, for what I believe, for parents and adults that are present in their children's lives. And I mean present as in you're intentional about the presence in your kid's life, where you're in there and you're triggered because you're not sure how to play with them, but you're in there and you're trying to play with them. And you're trying to work out, like, you're trying to not help him do the Lego bit because he's struggling with it, but you want to help him be kind, but you also want him to learn. And you're trying to now reparent yourself to not have to always jump in and help, but sit back and manage, because that's triggering itself. Watching your child struggle is triggering, bearing in mind his child is struggling but not angry but still struggling. Now me as a mum or dad or adult have to sit there and manage my own emotions. And those processes are hard, bro. And I think and to be able to now manage your emotions and not shut them down, so you know have the skill set to be able to help your children regulate their emotions and not shut their emotions down. That's the reparenting that I believe that is. And that's all of that I call love safety, because I'm actually writing a book about my ethos on how to do this stuff with children, because I've realised love and safety are one of the two minerals I think you need within your toolbox of what you need to help raise yourself and heal your village and your household to an extent, because a lot of it's healing. I think parenting is quite healing as well, because you have to come to terms with your own parenting, how you got parented, and then come to terms with now, like if you shouted at your child and you didn't want to shout at your child and you got shouted at as a child, and now you're triggered and you got to have that conversation with yourself and forgive yourself and rare-tear-tear. And I see it all the time. Parents are throwing me all the time, and I see it in real time because I'm in the trenches with these mums and dads sometimes, and they're losing their cool with their kids, and I step in and I let mum and dad know that you lost your cool and that was fine. And no one's perfect here. And sometimes because there's a nanny around, sometimes parents think they have to be kind of perfect. So it kind of adds to the pressure of trying to be a mum or dad right now. I let the mum and dad know, no, like we're going in here. Like, it's not as untoward, but make a mistake. I got you, we got this.
I think that's a thing, innit, that I think what parents will put on themselves is that they're not supposed to make a mistake.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I think I try and, for me personally, I try and, when I end up getting stressed out with my son, more time I stop and I think it's probably because I've failed in something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and that's the grace. That's the lack of grace.
I decided to let's lie in, let's sleep in for like another 10 minutes. Now I'm asking you to eat your food quickly. Yeah. And you want to start singing, like, you understand, songs or whatever else, and you're just doing what you haven't changed what you're doing from day.
Okay, perfect example.
But I'm under pressure now because
yeah. You know, like you got children, is? Yeah. You know, like there's a generation of children now. We used to do it with kids when your mum and dad go on the phone, and your children want your attention even more.
Yeah.
And we'll be on our phones doing whatever we're doing, and our child will go and do something and hurt themselves or break something, and we chastise them. But we was kind of on the phone, guys. And what did we kind of expect? And then we expect, because also we negate our child's intelligence with our child's capabilities to not do things wrong. So because our child's so smart, we're like, you should know better. And no, my man's 4, bro. Yeah. No one's saying there's not consequences to anything or conversations, but he's 8, he's 7. This is his job. You need to know how to regulate your emotions and manage, so you can support your child doing this, so you don't lose your cool.
You know what? Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff,
like,
man.
I cleaned my car the other day. You see me try to clean my car, yeah? If you see the handprints on the inside of the windscreen, like he listens to like Spidey and his Amazing Friends songs in the morning, yeah?
Tune.
And I think one of the songs is, let's go, let's go, let's go. On the walls, on the walls, on the walls. So he's now leaning. I know it's cute. You see like the wind, you see the passage? I couldn't see through it. See his window, I couldn't see through it. And I looked, And I just had to laugh. It's like, you're 4, innit? You're coming on 5. Like, live, innit?
It's not malicious.
Yeah.
Nah, not at all. And I'm with you. Some of the stuff that he does, it's just like, yeah.
And we have to kind of step back because we're in it and we want stuff done and we don't want to have to clean, and I get it. But we've got to kind of step back a little bit and be like, he's only been here 4 years, you know. 5 years ago, he wasn't around.
Yeah.
And
See, when you put it like that, man's been here for 48.
And Ace, 5 years ago, I was making the same mistakes.
Okay, yeah.
You feel me? I was making mistakes. I'm making the same mistakes now. It's like, that's why the grace capacity and all those things, when you have these conversations, they all come towards because you realise a little bit more patience for yourself, guys, as mums and dads and uncles and aunties, because, you know, you're doing your best. These children don't want for nothing. They're alive, they're guaning, but you've got too much of what they need anyway. Because we're overbearing generation, understandably, I hear it. So that's the work I do, man, and it's formed into me having a certain mindset towards stuff and being able to kind of understand a little bit more, be empathetic, and just kind of have a very nurturing demeanor about myself, where I'm nurturing my first nature now. It's not like I'm not really hide from being soft. It's a superpower. I ain't got time. Life's too short.
Way too short.
Way too short. Yeah, man.
The book.
Man. Yes.
When can we expect it? What's going on?
Probably next year at some point. It's about my knowledge on my ethos that I've conjured over the last 18 years or be 19, 20 years by the time the book comes out. And love safety is a practice that I've enjoyed, that I've created, that I call how I care for children. Because I also realised there's always different methods of parenting how there's so much different methods of just loving a child. I've tried to bear it down to just one minimal way of just doing it, because there's too much ways to love our children in these books that just cause complication and sometimes can make you a parent feel like you're not doing it right.
Of course.
My one's reflective of, for the parents that might live on the block in the middle of a gang war and a parent and try and navigate ins and outs of their children of all ages in the household, single mum, single dad, let alone parents that have opportunities that aren't like that, where everyone can now use this tool and realise you've got it in you. It was always in you. It wasn't something you got to, because I'm very big on, you know, when there's problems and you're trying to work out stresses, I'm very big on now, how do we help you work with what you've got rather than adding to what you've got? Work with what you've got to take away to make it lesser, then add to your plate, because we tend to fix stuff by adding more and more and more. Parents do that very well. Want to fix things in their kids and parenting styles by adding more and more and more and more and more. And then, so the book's coming out then. And there's an author called Bell Hooks that I've been following for years, and Charles Baldwin and Gabriel Matt. He's a trauma-informed psychotherapist. And my friend Emma Reacher from Primrose Hill. I've kind of enjoyed a practice and learned a lot from these individuals that have a big part in how I now show up and how the book is going to be written. It's like a trauma-based, kind of psychotherapy-based, but with a language that we can all pick up on as day-to-day folks on the way.
Before we leave, are there any strict don'ts and no's that you would give the people? Like, are there strict, don't hit your kids, or don't feed them Coca-Cola, or don't wake them up before 5 a.m.
Hitting would be a strict don't, because we generally don't know the effect it has on our children. As a victim of child abuse and been experienced DV, I'm a living, the advocate. Catalyst.
Might be
and to how that can affect you as an adult.
Okay, catalyst isn't the right word.
Catalyst is the wrong word.
Testimony.
Testimony, because I've lived through the fire, but what am I going through fire for? Bro, what am I going through fire for, bro? Like, you feel me? Like, because we kind of was growing up on suffering out the game later, when you actually get to a stage where you realise you don't have to actually suffer, guys. You might not win it, but there's a way to actually go about it without having the sufferation to it. So it's that. And another tip was, it's just give yourself some grace, man. Please, because like it's really hard to stand here and think you can't do it and give up, but give yourself some grace and try to look at what you are doing and what's happened and what's occurring that's going well for you with you and your children rather than what you're trying to attain. Because more time they don't want nothing, man.